Hey, what's up? So we're not gonna give too much time for people to get on the live, even though it's a live video. Please share this. Please tag folks, and please share it after it's over. I just want to explain a little bit about an experience I had today and what our campaign is doing to address it. But it is an issue that is very important to the South Ward runoff election, and probably the election that's going on in the West Ward too. But it was brought to our attention today by at least two students so far from Weequahic High School who reported to some of the staff there at the school today after coming back from what is right now being reported as an unauthorized trip, meaning that the trip wasn't formally sanctioned. There was no documents that was completed. One of the students who contacted or who provided her testimony in terms of what happened today pretty much said she was texted by her guidance counselor to get to school an hour earlier for a voting event. Not understanding what that was, she showed up expecting some sort of rock the boat concert at the school and was put on a bus to go to a location that they wasn't sure where they were going to. These students were specifically targeted, not just today for this trip, but they were targeted back before the May 10th election is what we found out. Based on the testimony of some of the students who attended that trip. So back to the one today, because that's the one that's important to Tuesday. Those students were targeted for a second time, and they were greeted, according to one student and to a photo that is posted presently on the school's website, but they were greeted by the mayor and the candidate, our opposition. And so they had an opportunity to not only talk to these students, but one of the students who's given their report so far was actually pushed back on, once she received her ballot, she pushed back on the fact that, hey, I don't know the candidate that you're telling me to vote for. We haven't had an opportunity to do our research on these people. Why are we being forced to vote? And they told that young lady not to worry about it, just to fill in the circle that was for the opposition. And so there was campaign staff, at least, that was there. They said it was two individuals. We are finding out who those individuals were. We have reached out to the county clerk. We have reached out to our attorney. We will be challenging those votes. I'm personally going down to the county tomorrow on a Saturday to challenge each and every last one of those votes that come on. We have the legal right to challenge votes. Particularly in cases just like a polling site. If someone was assisting anyone at the polling site, we have a right to challenge that. But to take a group of students, seniors, down to the Hall of Records and camouflage it as a school trip, manipulate them into filling out a vote by mail ballot, and then persuade them in terms of who to vote for is criminal.
That's right.
It's criminal. And so Terrance Bankston as a candidate, you're a candidate for South Ward Councilman. Remember, don't let this be a distraction from the election that's on Tuesday, June 14th. Vote line 1A and walk out. You got two choices this time. It's not a big deal. But I want to let you know the levels that the opposition will stoop to. But this is not about personality-based politics. This is about principle. These are the kind of issues I should be bringing to you, because this is the difference between this campaign and that campaign, between this leader and that leader. And so I am apologetic to the students, not only that I got an opportunity to speak to today, and to their advisors or the staff that I got to speak to today, that those students, or at least the one student, have reported it to. We look forward to talking to some of the other students. We look forward to connecting them to the media so they can tell their story. We look forward to being at the Hall of Records tomorrow to challenge each and every last one of those votes. We hope that the Board of Elections will conduct a thorough investigation, reach out to those particular students and get the story from them. We're definitely going to connect them to the students, because she wants to share her story, the one that was that initially made the complaint with our campaign office on today. We have been in touch with the media. We want them to do their part to investigate and bring attention to not only what just happened today, but what happened at the last school visit that was citywide prior to May 10th election. We're not going to allow this election to be stolen. We're not going to allow our opposition to hide behind a pulpit or the mayor. in this regard. If candidates are coordinating school public trips, that's illegal. That's against policy. Now, if all candidates were invited to speak to those students as a part of a fair process, that's different. But neither one of us should have anybody on our team telling them who they should vote for. And so again, for those students, if you are one of them, if you are a parent of one of those students, Team Bankston has your back. Terrance Bankston has your back. Our team has your back. We got skilled people who knows how to address this. So again, we will be down at the County Board of Elections tomorrow. We will be challenging those particular votes, and we look forward to those votes not being counted and those students having the opportunity to cast another ballot prior to Election Day. Please share, and if you have any questions, I will be on live for 2 different podcasts this coming Sunday. The times are on the page. I believe it's 3 p.m. for one and 7 for the other. You know this issue is going to come up. By then, we probably would have spoken to others and maybe even have some of those folks who were victimized in this situation and used in this situation to be on as well. Do not allow the opposition to steal this election and to rob you of your choice. Make sure you bring 2, 3 people with you out to the poll and make sure they vote line 1A. I'm Terrance Bankston. We're going to get back to canvassing.